22-year-old Pavlina Isaba lived with her mother, Irina, in a modest home in Prague. Pavlina worked in a local tourist shop in Wenceslas, but she did not like her job. Her mother worked for the government and liked her job even less. But the two women had each other after Pavlina's father left them both for a Russian ballerina who was mesmerized by his good looks and more than willing to steal him from his family. As Pavlina grew older, the fresh sting of abandonment began to lessen, prompting her to branch out and make a friend. Meanwhile, her mother, Irina, dipped her toes into the online dating world. Even though both women had been inseparable during the past 4 years, times had changed. Both women were flourishing, each of them finding new interests outside of their once oppressive mother-daughter relationship. Pavlina was now friends with a slightly chubby girl her age that had just moved into the neighborhood. Senda Liska was a few months younger than Pavlina and was a bright star in Pavlina's world, a beacon to guide her back to a normal, healthy life. Senda wasn't the best-looking girl anyone had ever seen, and she wasn't thin or smart, but she wasn't dumb either, and she had come to be a loyal friend, Pavlina's best friend. Just the other day, Irina said to Pavlina, "That girl is the best thing to happen to you. If you are smart, and I know you are, you will protect this friendship." Pavlina needed very little persuasion from her mother, for Senda was an excellent example of what life could be like when a person found ways to let go of the past and begin taking an interest in others. Not everyone or everything was as cruel or as selfish as Pavlina's father, except for fate, of course. Experience told her that fate could strike a sadistic blow to anyone. This was true for her, but it proved to be true for Senda, too. Senda's mother was a large woman with diabetes and a heart condition. Before COVID, she was taking the right drugs, eating healthier, exercising, and starting to lose weight. She was walking with a group of women each day, and she had done this for months and was feeling more optimistic in life. Then COVID struck. Senda's mother contracted the virus, and within a matter of weeks, she was moved to one of the few ventilators available. Her lungs collapsed shortly afterward, and she promptly died. Senda and her father, Karl Liska, were devastated. Karl was deeply in love with Senda's mother and thrilled with the progress his wife was making. Fate, however, would take this woman from her family, and Senda and her father would be left to face a life less joyous. Senda, however, did what her mother would have wanted her to do, and that was to keep her outlook in life high and find ways to laugh. She managed to do this, proving to Pavlina that one's trajectory in life could change course at any moment, but also that happiness could be defined by how you handled tragedy, not how much you suffered because of it. The two had become fast friends. They even got jobs near each other so that they could take lunches together. The work week was over now, and the deep Saturday sun had set on Prague, casting the city in a gorgeous amber glow, the kind of brilliant display that attracted tourists from around the world. Given that the Central European city was largely spared destruction from the Great Wars, people traveled from the farthest reaches of the globe to watch a Prague sunset, or to slip into one of the many cobblestone alleys that these world travelers found so romantic. In addition to being charming, Prague was known for having some of the best nightclubs in the world. Now that the dinner hour had passed, Pavlina was anxious to cast off the burdens of the week and make the most of the nightlife. "Where did you two decide you're going?" Irina asked as she poured herself a glass of Merlot and settled in for a quiet night of reading. "We're going to Ankali because they have the best outdoor venue," Pavlina said. "When it starts to get too cold, we will go to Karlovy Lazny." Karlovy Lazny was widely considered the largest club in Central Europe. It was 5 stories of dancing, drinking, lounging, and fun, all inside of a gorgeous 15th-century building. Irina had heard of Karlovy Lazny, but she was only vaguely familiar with Ankali. "Ankali is a techno club that's part outdoor and part industrial club," Senda said. "It's at the old soap factory, right?" Irina asked. "That's the one," Pavlina answered.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.